everybody, how y'all doing? I am so excited. We have finished up all our flowers and we are ready to give them to the bride's mom. And I hope she has a really great time. But what's going to be for you is you're going to be able to make your own just like these. So you keep watching this video. Make sure you subscribe because we got all kinds of good stuff to show you in the future. After you subscribe, if you share it with some of your friends, that would really help me a lot. Subscribe, share, and hit the thumbs up, baby. That's what I need. As you can tell, we have the floral tape, of course, scissors. Everybody needs scissors. And I'm showing you the correct way to apply floral tape. Wrap it around, and I'm holding it off to the side, if you notice, and really giving it a tug. You want to stretch it out. Wrap that little piece over and pull it and stretch it so it really sticks to the hoop. Then you take that and pull it around and start wrapping. Now I'll be very honest with you, these weren't the greatest, but we made do, and it worked. It's good to have this on the hoop first. First place, you don't see gold through it because these were not going to be golden hoops like what I had originally picked. And I didn't want to waste them. So you take that floral tape and you make sure you kind of knead it to where it becomes sticky and it'll stay on any hoop or wire if you use a wire wreath. Now here I'm showing you, this one was a very lucky choice but they only had one of these garlands with the daisies on it. Not daisies, I guess these, I don't think they're sunflowers, but they're yellow and they look like sunflowers. But they made a beautiful table decoration. If I could have only had 10 of them, it would have just made my life so much easier. But if you notice in this video, they weren't quite long enough. This was the remainder of the last one, so I had to fill it in. So it looked like it was full, and I didn't want it to be lopsided. I cut the daisies in half, cut the ivories in half, and took them up and spread them out to where it was a little bit more balanced. I have always found that if you do them balanced, they look so much better. As you can see, I'm showing you these came from Joann's. Most of the flowers did. There were a couple that I did get from Michael's. I had to buy them a lot earlier because sunflowers are not in season all the time. But if you look at this bush of sunflowers, and that's what they call these bushes, you have a flower, you had the leaves, and you had the little sprigs. And I saved every single bit of every single thing. There's the flower, and there's the sprig. And what I did, and I think works best, is I removed the fat bulby area on the bottom of the plastic. It makes it a little easier to adhere to any other material. And if you notice, I have a big pile over there, and that's what I did. As I'm doing it, I just make myself piles, and I'll have piles both sides. Now you may kind of wonder, well, what's the big deal of making an arrangement? Anybody can do that. Oh, look at there. There's another cool thing. I kept one of those in every single table decoration, all 15 of them. It really added a lot, just a little extra something. Now, I'm balancing the yellow daisies. I have several different sizes, and these daisies are going to be balanced out, and I'm going to add the sprigs, show you how I'm adding them, but the whole main idea I'm waiting for them are going to be the roses. The red roses, they're absolutely necessary to have them spread out and balanced, or your table decoration will be very, very lopsided. We might just speed this up a little bit so you can, because you can tell, and I know you, but I'm not gluing here. I'm just kind of setting up and making sure it's going to look right. I would not recommend using this ivy that has the chains in between. What a pain in the neck to use. But that's what I had, that's what I got stuck with, because there wasn't a whole lot of greenery defined at the time that I was trying to put these together. Okay, here we go with the roses. Woohoo! They just made it. They just made these table decorations. My bride is the one that chose these colors, and she did a wonderful job. And I'm just kind of placing them to make them sure they're going to look right together. I sometimes use buds, I sometimes use open ones. I mixed them all up. Now you'll see with the greenery, what I do is I kind of look all over and find any spots that maybe are a little empty. And I have taken every kind of leaf off of any garland that I got, and I purchased all kinds of different flowers and arrangements and set them up. Now make sure you don't take a leaf that is light colored, like those silver leaves there, and stick them all together, because it will not look appropriate. Unless you want your bouquet all in one little spot. But it's easier and it looks nicer if you balance them. So first I did the sunflowers, then I did the roses. Boom, 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 4. I put the little sprigs. I wish I knew the name of them, but they were really kind of an addition that I didn't expect. Then I put in my baby's breath. You cannot have a wedding table decoration or bouquet or anything without baby's breath in it. Baby's breath really does add a lot. And don't forget, you can spray paint those if you want. Now I'm trying to figure out what's missing. I can tell you what it is. Some more greenery. I put leaves everywhere. It's the best thing. It really makes the other flowers pop and sit up. And I also got these other white, well, Michael's. This was what I got from Michael's. They called them, I ordered baby's breath online. When you see them, you're going to say, that's the biggest baby breath you ever did see. However, I'm going to tell you something, they really filled in. They really brought a little bit of a pop. So once again, I trimmed it off. These little spindly leaves I didn't use very much because they don't take away the emptiness, or they don't cover the blank spots as much as you want. So they were a little bit more difficult to cut because they were hard wire, but at the ends, there you go, I hit a couple of easy ones. And I made a pile of those. It just makes it so much easier if you keep your piles all made ahead of time. They're right there, so when you're making boom, 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 you grab what you need and you got them. And when you have 15 of them to make, you really want to be able to get them done, especially if you're on a little bit of a timeline. Now, let's fill those babies in. You're gonna see how much it does add. I think I got my camera off a little bit on this one, but that's okay. You got the picture. You got the main idea. I haven't even glued it yet. But this is what I'm drawing out my plans. If you notice, Nothing looks too much in one area, and if it does, I moved it. This area that I'm working on right there, that was a little thick. The bush from the garland that I put there, I was having some trouble getting some of the things to go in there, but it finally did it allowed me to get in. Now pretty soon you're gonna see my saviors. These little sweethearts, there they are. I found these bags of mini sunflowers or daisies, whatever. They were perfect, absolutely perfect for filling in all the different spots that I felt like maybe it was too green or maybe not enough pop, you know? And it just gave it a little bit more of a festive appearance. I think those would look good on any kind of a floral arrangement. That yellow will fit in with anything. But that's what I'm doing here. I'm just filling in, but keeping the colors balanced. Now, how I check it out is I always, especially when I'm working on the white, toward the end, I like to stand up. And when I stand up, I look down, I can see my colors in my circle. And see, that's what I'm trying to show you here, is that I've got, you know, large sunflowers there. I'm gonna fill in some more if I need them. There you go. I needed one right there. And I bet you I put one on the other end too. I don't know, just neat. Oh, I'm happy with it. Now, I'm using the glue, the E6000. It's a messy sort, but I'm gonna tell you, it lasts and it gets it to stay. And what really helped was a lot of the floral tape was coming apart. It was unraveling, and I've never had that happen. So I went ahead and added all the greenery with the floral tape. And here we go. It helps to have the garland stationary, something stationary, so it's not twirling around. And if I had known, I might have used a big wire wreath. But these actually worked out great. I hope my bride and my groom liked what they purchased there. This has been really a lot of fun getting this together for them. And here we go. I'm going to stick it there, then I don't like it. Now, don't expect yourself to have both hands going a mile a minute, because remember, this is quickened up. I'm not even sure how much faster, but it is sped up. I do use both my hands when I'm doing it. I think I'm getting a little more work done. And just keep working it around. Sometimes it does help out a little bit though if you put a bunch of things together at one time. They all kind of help each other out sticking. Now you make sure, oh, and I cut the bulbs off on the bottom of those. You got to make sure those little fatty plastic pieces, I guess, I call them bulbs, on the ends, they just make it very difficult to glue. The piece that you're trying to glue will slide and move and everything. It doesn't give it a good place to adhere. Now you might ask, well, why are you doing the little ones now? Well, see, now I've already got my idea in my head of where everything's going to be placed, so it made it a little bit easier. And I can already tell it's a little bit too light on flowers on the bottom. You notice the top is really nice and full and bushy. Up. There, I fixed my camera. Sorry about that, everybody. And I'm filling her in. Oh, yes, and this is another part of the technique. You need to definitely pick up your decoration that you're gluing on, anything that you're gluing on, every once in a while you're working on it, because it will stick to the table. And you're going to probably notice I have all kinds of little strings and stuff of glue. There we go. And she's all done. And that's 5 of the 15. And I hope we have a great time. Congratulations, Carly and Philip. You have a great marriage.